Welcome to TNN. I am so excited to be here tonight with my front row Joes. You guys know. Oh, I was like, wait, where's my bracelet? Woo, my front row Joes. These are the greatest patriots, I swear to God. I mean, I'll let them tell a little bit about our story, but I am just so honored to know these people. We have become like family, and we are family. Let's go down the line. I want you guys to tell the camera how many rallies you've been to, and then we'll tell our story.
I don't even know the number anymore. Probably 20-some.
20?
20.
I've been to them all. No, just kidding. All the Iowa ones.
She's been to a lot. My name is Randal. Thursday in Des Moines, I'll be 61, but you know what? It's not about that. It's about our great country, our great president, and the people that we get to meet there.
So
I
true.
am so blessed.
So true. 61, Travis.
I can't even remember, maybe
A lot.
30 or so, but in one motorcade.
Yes.
Wow, yeah, it was a
Travis got to
bucket
drive
list.
in the motorcade.
A bucket list. I make dreams come true, as you all know.
Yeah.
Tiana with the American dream. Never got off the ground yet, but hey. So I want to say, this is how I met Cindy, Randal, and Travis. They were at the first rally that I was at when I was warming up the crowd, and as a professional speaker, you see your audience. And I immediately saw them and was like, look, their hats, their outfits, they're so supportive. They were like smiling at me, they were encouraging me, they were energetic, and as a speaker, I love that in my audience. And so I immediately loved them. But besides that, what they were giving me, while I was speaking, I was looking at them thinking, these guys are such great patriots. Like they've been in line for, back then it was like just half a day.
It was like
6 hours. 6 hours, it was half a day.
Then it went to 12 hours,
Right.
24 hours, 48 hours.
Oh my God.
I mean, it just kept
grew.
going.
But like I was
And
like,
that's all because of us.
yes. Oh my God, you guys
The
gotta tell
things
me.
that's happening now is because of us, Rick.
Right, they want to be you guys. The world wants to be front row Joes. We're going to tell you how that started. So besides what they were giving me, I was getting so much from them. So when I would see them first in line, I couldn't wait to bring them up to the front row. And I knew our great president would know about them. I knew our great president was going to receive the exact same energy that I did from their passion that was exuding out of their faces.
He wasn't even president at the time.
He wasn't.
He was
just
Donald J. Trump.
Right, he was just candidate Trump, and he saw them, he loved them, he was inspired by them. So I'm going to let each of them tell a little bit about their story. How did Front Row Joes start? When did you first meet me? What are your thoughts now, and why do you do it? So let's start with you, Cindy.
I do it because I love Donald J. Trump. I watch him come down the escalator. I switch from Democrat to Republican.
Yeah.
And I just never looked back. I caucused for Donald Trump, and I went to Cedar Rapids, and I met these two.
Yay!
My husband and I were driving in the car. I made him drive around the block because I didn't know what I was doing. I was kind of scared. And I saw these two on the other side of the road.
They look harmless.
And they had Trump this and Trump that. And I said, okay, Dick, you can drop me off here. And now they're my best friends. They're my best friends.
Okay, so who's best to tell the story how Front Row Joes came to be?
That's right.
That's okay. Let's go to Randal. Randal, tell us about it.
Well, the front row Joes, we got to go back all the way to understand that candidate Trump started here in Iowa.
Yes, he did.
He started here in Iowa, and he started doing these rallies in Iowa. He was doing venues of 100 to 200 people to begin with, I mean, but that was the first few. And then it got, you see now good reception he was getting, so he grew it. Well, as we went along, I'd be at a rally and see the same familiar face, Travis.
You saw Travis before you
and
saw
then
me.
Donna and Austin, and Daniel, Kevin, and it was like, you know what? This is cool. And then we started calling each other, talking, and making sure, okay,
You're going to the rally, right?
Yeah.
Get
One
the
of us
plan.
would get there early. Well, how our name actually came about was because of a dear friend. Her name is Melissa Young. Her story alone is a beautiful story.
And I've had her on TNN before, so most of my followers know that story.
Yep. Melissa touches our heart. She's our angel on earth. Anyway, she would call me as I get to a rally, and she said, Randal, you're my front row Joe because I can live through these rallies with you.
While
I
she's
go,
in the hospital.
Right.
Yeah. And I go, Melissa, That's perfect. That's the name that we're gonna have for our group. And so it was just with us, our tight little group, but we came to realize that Front Row Joe's is everybody that
It's everybody.
gets their butt off the couch and gets there to do things. Whether it's a rally or whatever. A Front Row Joe is three things. Number one, you're gonna love our country. Two,
Check.
you're gonna love our president.
Check.
And three, you're gonna bleed one color.
Red, white, blue. That's three
Red,
colors,
white,
but
blue.
I like it. It's like a trifecta. We call it one.
It's a one color thing. So that's what we are. That's how we became Trump's Front Row Joes. And then Cindy got us these wonderful
Yes,
jerseys.
sent me
Identify
one,
us with
which
it.
I love.
How Cindy, how'd you get these jerseys?
Oh yeah.
When my mother passed, she left me some money, and I said, I want to do something for the Front Row Joes. So I bought a bunch of these jerseys and gave them out to my close friends.
I got one. It was so sweet. She goes, Tiana, I want your size. I'm going to send you a jersey. And I know how expensive they are. And I'm like, oh my gosh, by no means do I want you spending your money on buying me a jersey. Like, she wanted to pay me back for all the times I got them up front. And I said, no. And she goes, absolutely. And she said,
I didn't want any money. I just wanted to
I love it.
have
It's
us
so
all
sweet.
together.
So
That's
sweet.
all.
Travis, tell us your side
Yeah,
of the story.
tell us your God story about this. This is beautiful.
Oh my gosh, we're telling that story. Oh my
That
God.
one will take a while.
This
but
one
yeah.
is this one's a whole nother TNN episode by
Yeah,
itself.
that's the whole thing.
I think
But
we should
if
do
it
cliff
was-
notes.
Yeah,
If it
that's-
wasn't for meeting Cindy and Randall, me and Randall met in Janesville. I remember that first time I ever saw him. That's when you met Melissa. And so then started going to the ones in Iowa and stuff, and we started meeting at Cindy. So then, yeah, so
We became friends.
yeah.
And-
go ahead.
Well, no,
But there's more. There's another story, but that.
Yeah, well, I think
throughout meeting these people, we got a long-lasting friendship, but at the same time, it grew even more for me, and that'll be another.
and that's another TNN
another
episode.
TNN
But what I
episode.
wanted to share with you guys is the generosity of these three people is unheard of. I have been in a lot of circles. I've traveled the country as a professional speaker. I've had a lot of friends, and I have never met more generous, caring, loving, selfless individuals. This woman, as I just told you, she'll do anything for me, but she bought all the jerseys for everybody. This guy would have your back. If I said, I need security, somebody's messing with me, he's a Marine. He hasn't taken anybody's crap. He'd be there to protect you. He sent me a picture that he liked on Instagram of my husband and I, and he had it blown up, put on canvas, sent to me for a Christmas present to thank me. He didn't have any money. He didn't have money to put gas in his car. That was unheard of. Nobody has ever done that. I have friends that are millionaires. They've never even given me a gift. That meant a lot. This guy travels to my rallies because he knows that when I see him walk through the door, it's going to put a smile on my face, and he brings one of my best friends along, and he's the driver, so she can have some drinks with me.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Randall came to my mother's funeral.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
I walk up to the gravesite and I see Randall's hat. This freaking hat.
That's so great.
I see it right in front of my mom's hole in the ground.
Oh, honey.
And I'm like,
That's a friend.
no, I'm like, what the F? I mean, how did that happen? And he was
Yeah.
there and Austin was there and it was
Like, honestly, how far away was it? How many hours? How many hours did you drive?
It was
4
4
hours.
hours.
So, I mean, 4 hours is like,
To surprise her.
Here's the deal,
But with
4
love,
hours.
because I knew the pain.
it was
that she
amazing.
felt.
that's love.
I got goosebumps when I saw Randall's hat right in front of my mother's grave. I mean,
Well, see, that's love. That's a friend that shows up when you need a friend. And that's what these people do. They are the original Front Row Joes. They mean the world to me. How about when somebody on the campaign said you guys weren't getting up front? How'd that
you
go?
made us get up
How
front.
did that go?
Yeah.
You stood up for us.
Yeah.
That's what gave us credibility, was because you recognized that.
We
Yeah,
put in the time, the energy, and we
it
loved
wasn't just about us
for
getting there. You
Donald
wanted
Trump.
us to be there, and you knew that our
Sacrifice. Your sacrifice.
was worth something.
It was
and there
worth
were others
something.
that in the campaign team that just thought we were just trying
Oh
to
yeah,
beat
you've been in the front before.
You don't deserve
You
it
don't
either.
deserve it
You're
again.
doing the work. You're showing up.
Even though you're there 12 hours ahead of time,
You're
you don't
getting
deserve
off
it.
your sofa, and I knew our president would want to see them because they were passionate for him.
We got them chants going. We started chants.
Yeah, they started
All
the
the
USA chants.
All the chants you hear,
They-
CNN stocks, all of them. We did them. We did them.
I told Randall today when he called me, I said, we're the ones that started this whole thing with all these people that are going to the rallies hours and hours early.
Right, because they know if they don't
started
get
that.
there,
We
if they
started
don't get
that.
there, they're not going to be. They know if they don't get there before the front row Joes, they're going to get beaten. They're not going to be a front row Joe. So I just want to say, you guys follow the front row Joes. You guys have a Facebook page, don't you?
Yep,
You have a website.
Trump's Front Row
Joes.
yeah.
You have a website. Rattle that off.
That's frontrowjoes.com.
That's tough, right? We could have never figured that out.
Well,
FrontRowJoes.com. That's awesome. He's got great stuff. He's got a flag. It'll be in my Facebook video. It says only you can prevent socialism with Smokey the Bear wearing a CAG hat.
Yeah,
Keep
bang,
wearing a
bang.
great hat. These guys are true patriots. There's not a thing that they wouldn't do for me, and there's not a thing I wouldn't do for them. I love them.
I love you, Tana.
It's been a beautiful thing, you know. And you know what? I really want to thank God for putting Donald J. Trump where he
In
is
your
for
life.
us.
You
Amen.
needed it, Randall.
Yeah,
You needed it.
He
Yeah.
made he as he saved Melissa Young's life. What Melissa Young did into my life and the changes that
No.
she manifested.
Also, but your life. You needed
No,
it.
that's what I said. She manifested a big change
Right,
in my life.
in your life.
I
Well,
mean,
a lot of people, Donald Trump has saved a lot of people's
Yes.
lives. He doesn't even know it. So when I go see him, I tell him these stories. People were getting ready to, do drastic things to themselves to end their life. Donald Trump came down the escalator and gave them hope. There's so
hope.
many stories.
There's hope now.
There's so many stories. These three have amazing, beautiful stories. We're going to have Travis on an episode of TNN. He's going to tell his story that will make you cry, all because of the generosity of Cindy getting into her pocketbook and seeing a need and helping out. Our stories are endless. These guys are great. I want you to follow their pages. Cindy Hoffman on Facebook, Randall Thorne. Tom, why am I calling him Thorne? Tom.
Because I'm a pain
you're a
in the butt.
thorn.
He's like
You are kind of a thorn.
no, I'm sorry.
And Travis Kleinfelder.
And Travis Kleinfelder, he's the best.
What-
He's
what-
the driver. He's amazing. He does a lot, and
He's my
One of my
Trump
really
husband.
great, fun,
Yeah.
loving memories. I don't know if you'll remember this, Tana.
oh, I probably will.
Sioux City.
Oh God, that's what we knew he was
Sioux
with.
City. You brought me back there while you were putting your makeup on and getting your shoes on, and we were talking because we were wanting to talk about Melissa. And here I am with the most powerful woman with the Trump
That was you.
campaign.
Yeah.
I was in the back with her while she's getting ready, and she's loving me as a friend.
Yeah.
And it was so beautiful because it was like, how the heck, me?
Yeah.
And
She
Tana
didn't
brings
judge
me
us
back,
like being just-
brings me back there while she's putting on that makeup and stuff, and it was like, God, it was like, this is amazing.
Isn't that great? You know what? You don't judge one another. You love one another. That's what this is an absolute example of. I hope that we're a testament to loving one another, being kind, and doing something for someone else. So
Doing something
please,
good.
doing something good. Please like, share the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel because that's where I put up all these videos so that the more people that know the great things that we're doing, the better we are because we're all better together. So thank you
Yep.
guys.
Woo! Woo! Jump, jump, jump. Woo! USA! 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 Woo!
Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, you guys.